Hi everybody, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the ARD Current Affairs series going on for the NABARD Grade A 2025 exam, where we cover all the news that would help you to cover multiple choice questions in the examination, to help you enrich your descriptive answer writing and also to have a generic understanding which might help you in interview or in general to understand the progress in the agriculture and rural sector that is currently going on in India. And today we are going to talk about the four important news. First one is Kapas Kisan mobile app has been launched. Okay, usually the applications, portals, and other such topics are quite asked in the examination. So I would say if anything you read about some name of programs or maybe apps or portals, you should memorize them. Second is revised national election plan on glanders. Okay, so basically this is from your department of animal husbandry. What is this all about? We will talk about it. Next is launch of Jivika Nidhi empowering rural women in entrepreneurship. So this particular initiative has been launched in Bihar. Okay, so what is this? We will talk about it. And finally, EPIDA launches Bharti initiative, one initiative to promote 100 agri food startup and to provide them with a platform at international level so that the export can increase. Okay, so these are the news. First we will talk about Kapas Kisan mobile app. So basically app has been launched and see it looks something like this. Like if you go to download, every app has a logo, right? So this is the of Kapas Kisan. Okay, Kapas is what? Kapas is your cotton. Okay, in case you don't know, Kapas is cotton and kisan means your farmer. So this particular app targets what sort of farmer? Cotton farmers. Okay, so Kapas Kisan, it is a mobile app. And why it has been launched? See, basically what happens, we know that government have this minimum support price policy, where what government do, it procures items from farmers at a minimum support price, right? We know the concept. Okay, so this app has been made to make this process more smooth. So in this app what will happen, the farmers, they can self register themselves, right? So how it will benefit the farmer? Maybe because in other case farmer might not know when this procurement is happening, right, or where this procurement is happening. So if he has self register himself, he would at least be satisfied that that he can get noticed, or he can tell the government that he has cotton available to be sold. Okay, so the farmers, they can self register and book slots at procurement centers. Okay, so it would not happen that the farmer will self register and then the government will come to his land and take up the cotton. No, it would not happen. Obviously there will be procurement centers, but there the farmer has full understanding that when to go to procurement center, when he can actually sell it, right? And even it becomes easier for the government also to know that who are the sellers, right? And be in better contact with them. And then there is a transparency also that would happen because of this particular mobile app. So this particular app enables farmer to self register and book slots at procurement centers digitally. Okay, app is developed by which organization? By Cotton Corporation of India under the Ministry of Textiles. And digital system enhances transparency because everything is online. Okay, planning, how planning? Because sellers are at one place and the buyer, which is government in this case, they are at one place. Prevents distress sale because farmer would know when to sell it, when to go to the procurement center, when he is getting the best price possible, by ensuring fair cotton procurement. Okay, one thing I want to highlight, see, in this app only the government can buy, means, so this app is for like farmers and government, right? No other stakeholders can enter it, right? So it's not like a digital marketing platform where all the stakeholders or all the buyers are there, only government is there. Having said that, if a farmer wants to sell the cotton out of the app, like maybe to any private player or maybe to any other sell buyer, he can do so. So there is no restriction that only government will buy, but yes, via this app government and farmer can have that coordination. Okay, so this is Kapas Kisan mobile app. And currently what is like the MSP that is going on for cotton, for what is this medium staple and long staple? Basically, like if you take out the fiber of the cotton, so what is like the length? So according to the length, some are medium staple, some are like long staple if the fiber length is more, right? So medium staple currently the price is 7710 rupees per quint पर बेल्स का हिसाब होता है कॉटन में, ठीक है। और लॉन्ग स्टेबल में कितना है, 8110। सो मेमोराइज दिस डेटा, ठीक है। इट कैन बी आस्क्ड इन एग्जामिनेशन बिकॉज एमएसपी इज एनीवे पार्ट ऑफ योर सिलेबस, ठीक है। दैट इज योर किसान Kapas Kisan mobile app. That was your news number one. Second is revised national action plan on glanders. So basically, Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, what they have done, they have issued a revised and national action plan for glanders. What is glanders? So it is a contagious disease that affects horses, donkeys, and mules. Cumulatively, they are known as what? They are known as equines. So what happens? See, agriculture is not concentrated only to cattle or maybe buffaloes or maybe like pigs, goats, sheep, etc. In fact, your horses, donkey, mules, they are also part of your agriculture. They might not directly serve the purpose of providing like food and feed, but yes, they act as they act as transportation in agriculture, ठीक है। तो horses, donkeys and mules are also part of agriculture. uh, and that is why, to take care of their health is also the duty of Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, ठीक है। की highlights क्या है? Revised framework for surveillance, prevention, control and eradication includes what? Reducing the infected zone from 5 kilometer to 2 kilometer. Initially, like for example, if any queen was infected via glanders, so that zone was kept 5 kilometer, but that increases the chances of spreading the disease, right? Because if an area is an infected zone, means it has to be restricted so that no this disease can't be spread out, right? So but 5 kilometer was still a more range, that was reduced to 2 kilometer. Surveillance area has as it has increased from 2 to 10 kilometer, right? So surveillance ke liye we have to increase area so that we can identify the infected animals priorly, right? And secondly, infected zone has been reduced so that the disease can't be spread, ठीक है। सर्वेलेंस एरिया टू इंस्टेड ऑफ 5 to 25, ठीक है। तो 2 से 10 में रखा है फ्रॉम फॉर बेटर taking up of the diseases, ठीक है। and aligning the restriction accordingly which now apply only to 10 kilometer, ठीक है। focus is early detection and improve laboratory diagnostic, ये सब चीजें हैं, ठीक है। collaboration with ICR National Research Center for Equine Hisar, ठीक है। and this particular the focus has been yes, definitely one thing is because this is a contagious disease, right? And it is also like zoonotic potential, like it can be transferred to human. And secondly, currently like these yatras are going on, Amarnath yatras and everything, so equines are used a lot in there, right? So in fact, to take care of that, so that humane conditions, human condition means even for animals also, so they are not over exploited, right? They also deserve that equality in the world, right? Means they are not treated badly, they are been given proper care, right? Proper veterinary care. So for that reason also, this particular the action plan has been launched. So that was about it, not much. And this is not like very extreme important from the examination point of view in NABARD, but yeah, this was something that was related to it, ठीक है। सर्वेलेंस एरिया आपका 2 से 10 है अभी इंस्टेड ऑफ 5 to 25 किलोमीटर, ठीक है। why like 2 to 10 is also like for a reason, so that what can happen, a proper, because there's a team that is made. Now if there is a 4 people team and the area is like 25 kilometer, like that's very much, right? But if the area is like 10 kilometer, if you compare it, so surveillance can be better, right? Infected zone 5 से 2 का है, that is a good thing. And aligning the restriction apply only now to 10 kilometer, ठीक है। Now coming to third news, launch of Jivika Nidhi empowering rural women entrepreneurship. So basically, see, at national level you must have heard of National Rural Livelihood Mission, right? Similar to that, we have one Bihar Rural Livelihood Mission, ठीक है। So under that, what happens, as the name suggests, government is aiming to have better livelihood opportunities for the people. So that is the mission of the government under this particular scheme, ठीक है। Now under this, what has happened, a lot of self-help groups were made of women, ठीक है। तो basically in rural areas what happens, women are also deprived you can say section in the society, right? So to uplift them, for them to have better entrepreneurship opportunity, better job opportunities, not job, yeah, but entrepreneurship would the right word. So self-help groups were made. In this, what happens, women of a community, they come together, they form a group. Initially it happens that they do the they contribute whatever money they can on monthly basis, and they club that money, and then whoever is in need, they pay it, and then the person has to give it back for us after a certain duration, like duration is also decided, right? So in this way, women, when individually they were they could not be able to do anything, but now they have come together. So because of that reason, what has happened, they can actually they can actually now do something for the family, right? Because for example, initially they all just had rupees 5 each, the very minimal example I'm giving, but now together they have 100 rupees, so this 100 rupees can be used to buy something for home, right? So so what has happened, with that intention, these self-help groups were made, okay? Now later on, what happens, after a while, when these self-help groups, they start to strengthen up, then the idea is that these self-help groups then will come up with any entrepreneurship idea. Now that can be even making pickles, even for making pickles, and then selling it into the market, that is also sort of business, right? So they can come up with such ideas. Now what used to happen, these self-help groups, they used to go to microfinance institutes to take up the loan so that they can like do something, right? But what is the problem, that usually these microfinance institution, they were charging like 18% to 24%, or in fact in some cases more than that percent of rate of interest they used to charge on the loan that they were giving. Now this is a very high rate of interest, right? So what the government they did, so this is kind of a collaboration between state government and the center government, so where the government has decided that they will launch a jivika nidhi. Because nidhi means what? Nidhi means wealth. So here we are talking about money, and jivika is your livelihood, okay? So there is there is this concept of Jivika Nidhi has been launched, where these rural entrepreneurs, or rural women entrepreneurs, I would say, they can go take up the loan at a much cheaper rate of interest. However, in your PIB, nowhere it has been mentioned that how much cheaper rate of interest, but there was some regional news website where it was written 12%. However, but this is not the official data by central government, okay? But yeah, you can imagine that around this much percentage of rate of interest they will get, okay? So this is all in all about this particular news. So what has happened, the prime minister, he recently launched Bihar Rajya Jivika Nidhi sak Sehkari Sangh Limited. So this is one particular, you can say, fund has been made via video conference, and simultaneously in this fund 105 crore were added, so that this loaning can start easily, okay? So it is a digitally operated platform, okay, providing affordable fund access to rural women entrepreneur. Why affordable has been written? Because rate of interest will be much lower, okay? Associated with the Jivika network, associated with the Bihar Rural Livelihood Mission projects, okay? Ensure transparency and direct transfer of funds, so hassle free, co-funded by both state government of Bihar and central government. Now see, microfinance institutions, because of this, what they would happen, first of all, of course this scheme is restricted to Bihar, because this is the state's scheme, okay? So one thing is this, but yes, another thing can be that if microfinance institute want to flourish over here, they might also reduce the rate of interest, so rural people, women entrepreneur, they would have better options, they would have MFI option also, Jivika Nidhi option also, to take up the loans. And apart from this, see, Jivika Nidhi would be for small and medium term loans, but if SHG wants to have like a long term loan, they would still be fetching MFI. So MFI, definitely their customer will be reduced a bit, but in long run, like it will provide better options for rural women entrepreneur only, okay? So that was about Jivika news. And finally, APEDA launches Bharati initiative, okay, for agri-food startup. So what is Bharti? Bharti has a full form, Bharat's hub for agri-tech, resilience, advancement and incubation for export enablement. So all in all, see, what is APEDA, okay? APEDA, we have talked a lot of time, but if you are a new student, just want to say APEDA is what? Agriculture and Processed Food Product Export Development Authority. And what does it do? As the name suggests, its main aim is to develop infrastructure, ensure quality and expand market for Indian agriculture product globally to provide them with the international stage. Okay, so to achieve that, this Bharti initiative has been launched and it will be supporting 100 agri-food startups. And the aim of APEDA by this is to have the target is that via this particular initiative, $50 billion export will be generated by 2030. ठीक है, जॉइंट लॉन्च हुआ था ये मिनिस्ट्रीज का ऑन इनोवेशन टेक्नोलॉजी ग्लोबल कॉम्पिटिटिवनेस. ठीक है, इसमें इतना ज़्यादा आपको देखने की जरूरत नहीं कि लॉन्च किस किसने क्या क्या किया. ठीक है, जस्ट हैव द बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ भारती. ठीक है, एंड इंटीग्रेटिंग एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजी विथ रूरल एंड startup ecosystem. So these were the four news. Now let's do some concept check. Question number one: the Kapas Kisan app primarily aims for what? Okay, so you can pause the video and try to attempt, but the correct answer over here is option number B, enabling digital self-registration and booking of procurement slot. The revised action and plan for glanders issued reduces the affected zone radius from infected. Please keep in mind we are talking about infected. Okay, so it is option number C, from 5 kilometer to 2 kilometer. Glandular disease primarily affect which group of animals? So it is usually for the equines, horses, donkeys and mules. Okay, which of the following best describe the Jivika Nidhi platform launched in September? Again, see, these platforms, portals, apps, these are important, right? So that is why even though it was a state scheme, but we covered it. Okay, a digitally operated fund access system for women entrepreneurship in SHG clusters. Okay, then the Bharti initiative launched in September aims to support how many agri-food startups? ठीक है, कितने को support करेंगे so that $50 billion export target can be achieved by 2030. That was your 100 agri-food startup. Now there is a homework for you all. What is the full form of Bharati? ठीक है, because full form has also been asked in the examination. So that is all in this video. In the last video, I think there was some issue with the mic. Okay, what I will do in the next video only, I will incorporate. I will not make a separate video again on the same topic. What I will do in the next video, I will add on those particular news and we will cover it there only. Okay, so I hope the session was fruitful for you all, and you can join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of this and every lecture that we provide here on YouTube. Thank you for watching the session and all the very best for exam.